All right, it's been about a week, I think, since I've had the Tribeca in, and now it's gone. It was gone Monday. It's Thursday now. Still have this pile of wiring over there. More importantly, I dove into getting the interior of this car taken apart. And what I plan on doing is reducing weight in here, cleaning up this harness best I can, getting rid of things I don't need. I've already taken 10 pounds of the sound deadening out of there. That's this crud here. I've already taken some out, but I got 10 more pounds out of there. And basically cleaning up the inside before I start to put it back together. And I'm actually going to throw the other engine in and start working on that harness before I put the interior of the car back together, because that way I should be able to hide a lot more of that harness than I did last time. Because last time, this is like 2 years ago, I ended up having the harness sitting in the floor for the longest time for a whole season before I went back and got rid of it. So that was just an update. I'm going to try to keep up so that I can keep filling you in on this. I keep forgetting. So until next time. Okay, today's Sunday. Taking a lazy day today. I didn't do too much, but when I did come out here to work, as you can see, this whole place is still a mess. I have a bracket plate made up in there. You can see past this gross wiring. We have a plate made up for my pedal. So now I have a pedal. And I think that's where I'm going to want it. If in the end I don't like it, I can always make another bracket, but it's in for all intents and purposes. I ended up making it out of the diamond plate aluminum. I made one layer, put it on. I decided it was a little bit too flimsy. So I went and made a second layer, and it's a little bit more solid. I'm a little bit more happy with that. I won't be worried about that breaking. Is going to be to place this into the engine bay, and then once that's in, I can start messing around with my harness until I can get this reduced to something manageable before I go and put the entire interior together. So that's the plan. Probably going to deviate from it. I always tend to do that, think of something first, but that's the idea, and I'll keep you updated. Okay, so what you just saw was me putting on the flywheel here and torquing all of the bolts. I had to clean up a little bit of extra Loctite because I put too much on the first time. And this guy, lesson learned there, just a little bit of Loctite will do. Next is our clutch and our clutch cover, and I'll get to that. The reason I'm stopping is because, as you saw in that time lapse, I had a wrench here. And the idea, especially with Subaru, it's nice because the studs are here. Put this on here, and then as you try to tighten it, this dowel will come, stop it so you can tighten it. But as you saw, it didn't turn. So that is a little bit concerning. I did have the engine running, so I know it does run. I know this is a higher compression than this, but it still does concern me what the health status on this is, being as it did sit in a car for 3 years in a scrapyard. Depends on if this thing's a ticking time bomb or not. If it is, I might still run it until I can buy another motor. The only difference is it'll look ugly and it'll go until she pops, and then I'll put a different one in. But yeah, so onward and forward, I'm gonna throw this on and throw it into the engine bay of that thing, and I think I'll call it a night. All right, as you can probably hear, I'm a little bit out of breath. This one did not want to play ball. It didn't want to play ball going in at all. It knows that this isn't natural, but if what you probably couldn't see was I had to draw this in as I usually do, but for whatever reason, this time around, lining it up was just a pig. But long story short, good news, we got her in. Okay, so if you've seen the inside of this car before, everything was green, 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 green. I made myself a 2-piece adjustable strut tower brace, and it worked out okay. I've actually felt a bit of a difference in resistance, or rigidity rather, while you're on the autocross. So this lines up down there with 2 holes. There's 1 hole down there, and this goes on here like so. And I think we should still be okay, because even if, like, this is sagging down like this, even if it's like that, I think we're still okay, which means if this is good, that means the hood should also clear this. Okay, so just going to kind of slop it down near all this mess here. Gotta do this first. Trying to do this one-handed, bear with me. There we go. She sat down in there, sat down in there. Yeah, she'll still fit. That'll be nice. And we squeeze this guy back here. Oh yeah, well it basically sits in the exact same spot as the other one, so that's no big deal. All right, take that back out and onward and forward. Next up, we'll button the rest of this up, see if our rad fits in there nice. Okay, I've been working away at this for a couple days. I've had this engine dropped in, good to go, sitting where I want it to sit, and now I'm just kind of fitting everything in here together. I've got the front, that's going to stay the same as the old motor. It went together nicely. I'm not going to keep this air box. I'm just going to put it there for the sake of it being there now. I can make my own as long as I have this, and I can tune for that after. The biggest accomplishment so far is my modification of the Tribeca fan shroud. I can actually have computerized fans this time, because I cut and hacked until I got this thing to fit. It's not perfect. I am looking at probably putting some aluminum, riveting some aluminum on here to make it a little bit better. But it's in, it fits. It's a working theory, and that's where I'm going to stop for tonight and keep going for tomorrow. And hopefully this weekend we can have this thing running.